Hey guys, Brandon here, and not too long ago I made two different videos on with the DJI Mavic there. One was just about how to manually set up your picture profile and everything like that, just to get the best pictures you can, to shoot raw, like I said, the picture profile and just everything else that goes with the manual settings. And I made another video on just videos, and in this video this is going to be both of those, but more specifically just about how to use and I guess set up your DJI Mavic to get the best kind of shots, both pictures and video, at night. So in that one video, the video I did about how to manually set up your DJI Mavic for video, I showed this one example of the, it looked like a time lapse of night, and that was just pretty much the Mavic sitting still way above, and I just pointed where it was. And yeah, that's pretty much, I just fast forward the footage, but it was just hovering very, very still. And here are a couple pictures I did as well, and I'll just tell you guys kind of some of the settings I did to get that. And that's really all the examples I have as of right now. So hopefully at the end of this video, by the time I upload this video, I'm going to go out tonight and get some more video and pictures to show you guys at the end of this video. So the examples you just saw, there's more where that came from, hopefully tonight. Well, anyway, if I upload this video, there's more examples. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So right now we're on video first, and so if you're familiar with the last, or if you saw the last video, you're already familiar with your layout here. These, you click the manual settings here, just below the record button, and then you have this little shutter icon, picture, and the little gear there. So if you go to your shutter icon, let's just walk through this again one more time. ISO 100 all the way to 3200. It's as usual for video and pictures, but in this case video, you want to keep that as low as possible, because all this is, although it may look better initially, see how the image is getting brighter, and that looks better initially, just know that as you go higher in ISO, that is pretty much fake light, and it's going to get very grainy. If you need to resort to that, then go for it. Your shutter speed, we're going to be shooting at 4K 30 frames per second, and I'm sorry, I don't know what I said. I think 4K 30 frames a second. I don't know if I said that, but anyway. And so you want to double your frame rate. So if I'm shooting 30 frames a second, I want it at 60. Now, chances are, I'm pretty confident that at night, if I'm at 100 ISO and 60 on the shutter speed, it's going to look incredibly dark. So that is when we start going up with the ISO, and more than likely we're going to have to probably be at 3200. So yes, it's going to be grainy, but it's worth it to get that night shot, because it's not too common to see night shots with drones anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a little grainy. You can probably use some noise reduction tools when in post color correcting, but there's that. So tonight, or actually in this video, what I'm going to do in a couple hours, but I'm going to mix this footage in. I'm going to go ahead and fly it, and at night, and then on that footage overlay, I'm going to tell you guys what I did for that specific video, because the other example, it was so long ago, so I don't remember. So now we're just going to go ahead and talk about pictures, but at the end of this video, I will show my pictures and video examples, and then put overlays on telling you guys what exactly I did. So now we're on pictures, and pretty much the same thing. ISO, you can resort to that. It's just going to look grainy, so just remember that. But here's the thing, with shutter speed, we're not doubling a frame rate, because this isn't video, this is taking a picture. So what we can do is make that shutter as slow as possible, and what that is the slower the shutter is, the longer it takes the picture, and the longer it takes the picture, the more light it takes in that time. I hope that made sense. If not, just rewind it a little bit. But yeah, so the longer the exposure, the brighter it is. That's all you really need to know. So the longest exposure we could do is 8 seconds. So this is just long exposure photography through drone, which is kind of cool. And the drone, really, if it's high up enough, it stays still enough to where the image is actually pretty still for that long exposure. That's how people get painting with light photography and all that good stuff. So yeah, 8 seconds is your long exposure. If you take an 8-second long picture with your ISO at 100 and it's still too dark, then of course you can start dialing up the ISO. So you get a little bit more flexibility with your pictures than your video, because you really want to stick with that doubled frame rate at 60. So as you can see, that's kind of dark. But yeah, anyway, I don't think I forgot anything. If we go over here, image size 16:9, I like that. RAW, if you guys haven't seen my other videos, let me just cover that real quick. You want to shoot in RAW. That gives you a lot of leverage and everything like that to pump up the shadows and all that stuff in post, and in Lightroom is where I like to edit. Color D Cine like is what I like. Over on video, same thing, D Cine like. Style, I like -2 for sharpness, -2 for contrast, -1 for saturation. That's on pictures and video. 4K 30, that's just my preference. And then again, RAW. So I believe that covers everything, pictures and video. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video with some examples I have not yet done at the time I'm talking, but hopefully have already got by the time you guys are watching this. So anyway, check out these examples. I'll overlay my personal settings I did for those examples, and I hope this was helpful. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.